Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, Kelly. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Kelly. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. And a big loss here. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback. Put him on the ground.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
319. Zoom. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Got it.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep downfield. They've got his man. Complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
26.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. All the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play first touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Forbath, the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. He completes it to Julio Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Kelly from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a 1st down.
26.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
319.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Wide open receiver, complete. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And it's going to make our score 15-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And he puts it through. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Rodgers now to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Zoom, zoom.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They go play action here on first down. This is Bell on the dump off. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
319.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Rodgers now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Rodgers to throw on second down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
That's fielded in the end zone. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. From the gun, Kelly. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Looking deep for Julio. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety all the way up past the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. And Forbath will put this one through. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards from up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A give to Bell. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Escaping the pressure right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? On play action, Rodgers. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Now a first down throw, Kelly. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Kelly to throw, being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Open man is Quinn, able to connect. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the crowd.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Trey Hendrickson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Rodgers to throw. Dancing to his left. And this one is incomplete. Jeff Swaim, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Ravens on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16.
Jump out! Zoom.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence.
And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Dante Hightower in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now Kelly. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On first down, Rodgers. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 36 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rodgers looking to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Kelly. From the gun, he'll throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles. And I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Trey Hendrickson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Jump out! Hey, check 26. Look at you.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look